Good evening. It is Sunday, June the 26th, about 9 o'clock p.m. This is Shay Gibson with Wind Alert, bringing you a Chucktown wind report for the weekday outlook as we head into our final week of June. So we have a very weak pattern coming for the next several days. Our Atlantic high pressure is well removed as the Azores high, well off to the east and to the east-northeast, out into the northern Atlantic. We also have this high pressure to the north that was bringing us the northeast wedge today. It could linger just out here offshore for one more day to bring us an easterly gradient for tomorrow afternoon. So we could see some moderate numbers build by early to mid-afternoon tomorrow. Nothing like what we saw today with 15 to 18 knots on the east-northeast sea breeze build. I think this will come as a slight build by late morning to midday and early afternoon, but as we get into the afternoon, the easterly gradient increases. So we could be looking at about 10 to 14 knots from an easterly flow tomorrow afternoon. But as time goes on, this high pressure will move off to the east, and then what happens is this frontal boundary lifts back to the north up over our area, and we have another cold front dropping down into the southeast region with weak high pressure pushing down behind that. The bottom line is all of this activity is going to sit through our area and ripple through the southeast region. So we call this an undulating frontal kind of setup, where we have a couple of cold fronts that will be coming down. We'll probably have another cold front drop down to the region as well. We have this frontal boundary here, so we're looking at just kind of a hot and sticky week ahead with a few spotty showers and thunderstorms here and there. Nothing of great accumulation, just a lot of sort of a saturated environment with some heat that could trigger some afternoon and evening thunderstorms. And the winds in response to that for Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be light and variable. We're going to see probably a little bit of every direction, especially near thunderstorming with outflows. The sea breeze will certainly try to turn southerly during the daytime as the sun comes up, but then the frontal activity overhead may squash that and then also shift some winds with some convective activities. Things don't look to open up until maybe Thursday or Friday later in the week, when this high pressure builds back in from the east and pushes all of this frontal boundary activity up to the north, and then we get a southerly flow back in along the coastline. So that's kind of our outlook for the week for the Chucktown wind report. Really, tomorrow we're looking at about 10 to 14 off the easterly gradient, and then after that it's going to be sort of light to modest variable winds Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly even into Thursday, unless that southerly wind comes back in and we get some more modest to moderate sea breezing effects for Thursday and building into Friday. Let's go ahead and take a look at GRE on radar. Things look pretty quiet right now. You can see remnants of the east-northeast sea breeze pushing inland now as it fizzles away. We have a little bit of frontal activity out here off the Charleston bump. It's a subsurface topographical feature where some cooler air and some cooler waters trying to upwelling over the warmer shelf waters, which are right here. It's kind of like a constant cold front along this line, but nothing too convective, just a few showers and pop-up thunderstorms. But other than that, everything looks fairly quiet. Let's take a look at our area for Charleston, see what's going on. Folly Beach is still showing a northeast gradient here at about 14 knots. It's trying to hang on as we get into the nighttime hours, but we'll probably let loose here in the next couple of hours. Isle of Palms coming down to 8 knots. It certainly did fall off after about 2 o'clock p.m. today. Tried to have a small surge between 3 and 4, fell off, and then came back around 5:30 or so, and then eventually has gone down since the air temps cooled and land is now cooling, and that will be the trend for the night. No overnight jetting is expected. As we get into tomorrow, though, this gradient could increase again from that high pressure to the north. Let's look at the sea surface temperatures. This loop is from June the 6th till present. And we can see the sea surface temperatures gradually warming. We had a little bit of a cold spell after that northeast wedge last weekend. That brought the sea surface temperatures down to about 81 degrees. Now they're back up to about 84. Let's take a quick peek. Myrtle Beach, we're seeing 83.7 degrees on the water temperature. Charleston back up to 84 degrees. Savannah, 84.2 degrees, and we do expect these numbers to slowly climb maybe a couple of degrees through this week. We may get back up to 86 as the air temperatures come up a little bit. So we're looking at Monday as being 92, Tuesday for 98 degrees. These are inland temperatures. As we get into Wednesday, we could see a little bit of a northeast wind again wedged down behind the boundary to bring those temperatures down. I think these lower numbers are just in general for cloud cover and a little bit of rain activity to keep the air temperatures cooler. But as we get back into Thursday and into Friday, the air temperatures rise and we see the southerly winds coming back up. So that is probably going to be the case for Friday and into the weekend. It's a little too far out to tell as far as that goes. Rain potentials, we do have, we need some rain over the southeast region right now. We've remained fairly dry. We had a few thunderstorms roll through Friday that helped out a little bit, but we need to have a little bit more. We're under our average for right now. Let's see, we have 2 inches for the inland spots across the Midlands, and then along the coastline, we're looking at about 1 inch to 1.5 inches over the next 5 days. So welcome rain. It will be a weak wind event from Tuesday, at least from Tuesday, Wednesday, and then possibly into Thursday. And that will do it for the Chucktown Wind Report. Thanks for watching.